What's up, everyone? It's Bostin. I'm sure you've heard of me somehow. I'm pretty open about my views on, steroids, bodybuilding, peptides, insulin, growth, everything that goes on A to Z. I'm going to be here today telling you about insulin. This is episode 1. It's going to start as the untold truth. Bear with me, guys. I haven't been on camera in a while, so I might be a little, clustery, but I'm going to get all the points on insulin and everything. We're going to have quite a bit of episodes going from A to Z. I'm going to explain to you everything about insulin today. It's going to be the untold truth. This is episode 1. Okay, so actually in my room I have a mini refrigerator with everything. I mean, peptides, growth hormone, insulin, one of them. These are the things you need to keep refrigerated, which a lot of bodybuilders, I mean, I'm renting a room actually, but most bodybuilders will, put it in their normal refrigerator. So I'll show you right now. Here's my refrigerator. Grab my insulin. So, get closer. So these are 2 types of insulin that bodybuilders use. This is Humulin R, which is actually completely legal. I actually get this, believe it or not, at Walmart for $24. So the insulin is the most anabolic hormone in our body, and this is only $24. It lasts me about 6 months, depending on how much you're using. 6 months, it could last you 2 months, it could last you a month, depending on how much you're using. This is 100% legal. You just walk up to the pharmacy, tell them you want Humulin R. It's illegal for them to ask any questions, so you just go up, boom, go to the pharmacy, I need Humulin R, they have to give it to you, no questions asked. This, on the other hand, because they say it's a little more dangerous, it's fast acting. This is slower acting. Fast acting obviously being more dangerous because you can go hypoglycemic faster. I get actually prescription from this in Turkey overseas. I get it shipped to me with a prescription, so if customs was to open it, this is fine. They can't do shit about it. I got a fucking prescription. Yeah, motherfuckers. So I use both of these. I like to use Humulin R. Most people do. Let me give you a little background. I've worked with 3 really good coaches. I'm not going to say their names. Top in the industry. Right now I'm doing my own thing. I'm figuring out my body. Doing a lot of research. I've been researching since 17. I'm 20 years old right now. Been up and down. Have had bad steroid cycles, good steroid cycles. Got very emotional on steroid cycles. Have very successful steroid cycles. Had cycles where I actually really fucked up. Like, fucked myself up. Got bitch tits. Got really watery. Everything. So insulin. I like to use Humulin R right in the morning after breakfast. You could shoot it before breakfast because it's slower acting. It doesn't really matter. But I like to shoot it actually after breakfast, a little safer. You're not going to get as tired. Insulin usually makes you a little tired because your blood sugar drops no matter what. I like to use this directly post-workout when you need the fucking nutrients. When you need the nutrients, when you're having your shake, when you're having your branching amino acids, when you're having your creatine. Everything you're putting in your body, what insulin does is it triggers everything in your muscle way faster than it would without it, which means better recovery, more muscle in general, fuller. You retain. I actually just got back from the gym today. I shot 12 IUs of insulin, of Humalog. I'm a little fuller, as you can see. I hit legs, but I didn't hit upper body, but it really does fill you out. In fact, I'm weighing about like 266 right now. I weighed in. I was 243 about 11 days ago, meaning I put on, 23 pounds on in 11 days. Obviously, my calories have increased, but I've actually added insulin into my regimen. Remember, with bodybuilding, it's not just steroids. Like Nick Wright posted yesterday on his page about, saying, Boston's going to do a little documentary about what's the truth behind real bodybuilding. It's not just a steroid shot. I would say about 60 to 70% of the people that you actually go and look at the gym and you're like, wow, he looks pretty good. He's probably on shit at the moment, has used shit in the past, or has taken a pro hormone from a fucking supplement store in the area that, he thought was natural but really wasn't a natural supplement. So I'm going to show you over here how I actually pack this to the gym. See, I have an insulin bloat right now. Hella insulin shit. So, as you guys know, the 6-pack bag, this is my best friend. I don't really use it as meals so much because I'm not really working that much right now. Self-employed. But as you can see, ice in a bag, okay, here, and over here, I have 4 insulin needles. One insulin needle is for my IGF-1, one's for my GHRP, one's for my CJC, no DAC, and one is for my insulin. I'll be going over to the peptides in other episodes, but today we're going to talk strictly about insulin. I actually just got back to the gym, so I just shot that about 30 minutes ago. I'm kind of tired right now, but I've had some grape juice. I have my carbs and all that shit, so that's a good thing. But that's how I pack it, actually. Put it in my car. As soon as I'm done with my workout, go to my car, pull them out, stab myself. Insulin's actually subcutaneous. It's not intramuscular. IGF-1 and other peptides, you could do either way. I prefer intramuscular. I think better absorption. So as far as the IGF-1, I do my quad. As far as insulin, I go right into my belly fat in my car. And I want to go over some points of insulin that a lot of people have really misinterpreted. You know, you get a lot of people all post about, you know, me taking insulin, you know, and people will be like, be careful with that stuff, man, you could die. That's true, but you have to be a complete fucking idiot. Insulin is actually, I would say, really safe in my opinion. A lot of people say, oh, it's the most dangerous thing, but if you know what you're doing, it's not dangerous at all. In fact, it takes less stress off your pancreas. By giving your body insulin, it relieves your pancreas of releasing insulin. So it's actually, obviously, if you use it throughout the day, your body's like going to be like, what the fuck, you know? And your body's not going to naturally produce it. But when you take it sporadically throughout the day, your body's still going to produce insulin, but you're going to have crazier spikes when you use the insulin. So it actually takes less stress off your pancreas. And I've heard a lot of forums, and you know, for a lot of people who've actually read forums, and when I was 17, I used to read that shit, and you know, you get some guy, you know, telling you something about, you know, he thinks you could do it this way, and another guy saying, oh no, that's fucking wrong, you do it this way, and you get mind fucked. The best thing I could say to young bodybuilders is don't read forums. Hire someone that knows what they're doing. Do not read forums that will mind fuck you. I heard this myth, you have to take 10 grams of sugar per IU of insulin, which is complete fucking bullshit. You'll get fatter than fuck doing that. And a lot of things I've heard is, don't take fats, you know, you'll get fat, you know, have carbs. First of all, fat stabilizes insulin. You need healthy fats. Obviously, don't go out, you know, eat a fucking burger or like a fucking pizza. Obviously, don't do that because insulin does feed your fat cells. So you don't want to do that. Insulin also holds a lot of water inside your muscles. You see I'm hella round right now, but I'm also holding some sub-Q water in my abdominal area. I'm kind of bloated, distended. That's normal. When you put on muscle, you're eating all these foods, you're going to be distended. You're going to have the fullness. That's fine. I mean, if you want to be a fucking lean guy year round, you know, stick to physique, just stay lean, take Winstrol year round. That's what you got to do. But as far as bodybuilding, you have an off season where you're eating as much foods. As far as off season, I'm going to be talking about anabolics, steroids, and other episodes. As far as off season, the best results I've gotten is not using that much, you know, steroids in off season. I use like 2 compounds. You know, don't get me wrong, I've used 6-7 compounds in off season and have fucked my shit up. But off season, you're using your food to fuel, you know, those compounds. You know what I mean? Off season, when you're, pre-contest, when you're cutting calories, when your calories are decreasing, you need those drugs to keep the muscle on, to harden up. Your DHT drugs like Masteron and Proviron, you need those drugs to really get hard. And Winstrol's also a DHT. But as far as off season, you know, run. I'll be going over this again in other episodes, but don't run that much. You know, food is key. If your test levels are elevated and you got some like DECA or EQ in there, you're gonna put on muscle no matter what, as long as you're eating those calories. I would say 7 meals a day, 7 to 8 meals a day. You always want to have your, you know, lots of protein. You know, two times. I would say in off season about 2 times of your body weight in protein. And I would say carbs. You know, carbs it's just a fucking carbs. It's just an energy source. So whatever you need, you know, to get that actually, you know, to get the energy to fuel your workouts. But other than that, healthy fats is what you really, really want. And like I said, I have healthy fats with every meal right now. I'm having about 30 to 40 grams of healthy fats per meal, 60 to 70 protein per meal, and carb-wise, just doing like a cup of rice. But yeah, as far as that goes, so insulin, and like let me clarify something else with insulin that people really misinterpret. As you guys know, I had shoulder surgery. I was out for 10 days. But it's coming back. I mean, so lots of people think that insulin, when they say 2 IUs, a lot of insulin syringes say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank God mine say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. A lot of people will make the mistake in going 2 IUs is 20 IUs. That's how you get yourself in trouble. That's how you go hypoglycemic. That's why you got these idiots saying insulin's dangerous, insulin's dangerous. 2 IUs is up to the 2 mark. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 5 lines. So 2 IUs is 2 IUs. It's very, very minimal. Peak. Right now I'm up to 14 IUs. I start off at about 8 and slowly work myself up depending on how my body feels. Like I said, I use 2 different types of insulin because slower, I like slower in the morning, because in the morning you're shooting it, you're wanting to get these slow nutrients absorbed with your meals. I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours. So the Humalog's actually in your system for 5 hours. So you're getting all these nutrients slowly triggering in your muscle. Well, post-workout, you want to hit it. You want to fucking, you want to recover. You want to throw your insulin in your body, and you want to throw, your protein. You want to throw your BCAAs, your creatine, and everything. I like to actually drink Vitargo during my workouts when I use insulin, just because it's when you're using insulin, everything's getting triggered in your muscle way faster. So that's what you really want. You want that spike. You want the fullness. You want to stay full. So that's when you use insulin post-workout. You just take the Humalog. Humalog's in and out of your system. I want to say it gets in about 20 minutes. It's probably out in about an hour and a half max. So I like to do like a branched amino acid shake. But I'm not here to talk about really nutrition. I'm here to talk about the dark side of bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is very, very dark. It really bothers me, and why I made this video is a lot of these bodybuilders, they'll be like, oh, you want to show, what did you do differently? What did your trainer? Oh, my trainer had me eat 200 more carbs this time around. That's why I've put on 20 pounds the last 2 years, or 20 pounds in the last year on stage weight. Why don't you come out? They better hope they never fucking interview me. Because if they do ever interview me, they're going to get the fuck, I'm going to fucking be like, I up my T3, I up my Glen, I up my anabolics, I up my insulin, I up my cardio. I'm going to tell them the fucking truth. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to anyone. Nobody should be lied to. When you lie, you have to hide. You don't want to ever have to hide anything. Bodybuilding is, like I said, we don't do this for the money. Nobody makes money in bodybuilding. It's how you market yourself. None of us do it for the money. We do it because we love to train, we love to get big. Most bodybuilders, actually all bodybuilders, have insecurities. We like to have people look at us and be like, oh shit, man, you're fucking swole. Or like they want to, you want to turn heads. Everyone's insecure. I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody is like that, no matter what. We're not in for the money. We're in here because we love it. But there's a lot of things in bodybuilding that people fail to come out, and I've just always been really, really, really honest about it. Like I said, it's just when I see these interviews and these people giving false information. Oh yeah, last prep I ate 100 grams of carbs. This I had 500, and I put on all this muscle. And people are like, oh my god, let's eat more carbs. Fucking more carbs. It's a fucking joke how people lie to people like that. It's just like, it's very frustrating. But on these video series, I'm going to have a lot of series. So you're going to see, this is the first episode, guys. I haven't been on camera in a while. It's not going to be that great at first. Hopefully I'll get a video editor. We're doing it in my room now. I'm going over a little more off-season because I am in off-season right now. I'm 265 right now, 266. I'm going to try to get up to 285, 290 before I start coming down for a show. I think I'm done with NPC for a while until I'm like looking at my body like I'm ready to turn pro, and I'll just go into a national level show and take it. But as far as my next show, I'm going to do a little Venice show down south. Joe Wheatley, great promoter. It's my first show as a promoter. You got to check that out. Like I said, I've had great trainers. I've learned from trainers, but I've also done my own research. A lot of meatheads just listen to their trainers. They don't look into anything. In fact, a lot of them that I've talked to, they don't know what they're putting in their body. I actually know when I'm putting something in my body, what it's actually doing in my body, and what, why am I putting on muscle? Why am I putting on fat? Why is my body changing? I actually know why I'm putting these chemicals in my body and what they're doing in my system. Where meatheads will just listen to their coach, take this much insulin. Okay, coach. I actually know what the fuck I'm doing, you know what I mean? I research a lot. I've researched for about 3 years now. I've been only competing for 3 years, training for 3 years. My parents were both great bodybuilders. In fact, I want to have a shout out to my dad. He's amazing. not always very supportive on the drug aspect of it, but he's very there for me mentally. I want to thank my mom. She's also been there for me from day one with nutrition, everything. My mom cooked for me a lot. If it wasn't for her posing around the house, I wouldn't have all my mandatories down. I never have to practice posing because I was born into it. Both my parents were bodybuilders. They owned gyms. I was guest posing at the age of 6. When my parents divorced, my mom remarried my stepdad, who's a very great guy. I love him. His name's Mike. I like him a lot. But he's amazing. And he's a powerlifter. So, and I stopped training. I did about 10 to 13. And we used to go to In-N-Out like twice a day. I got hella fat. Really fat. So, yeah. So that's a little bit of my background. I won a couple shows in 2012. I actually entered 3 classes. I did teens, novice, and open. 1 teen overall, 1 novice heavy, 1 novice overall. Won my class in open. It lost the overall by 1 point. That was at the age of 19. My goal was just to win a novice overall, which I did. I go to win. Like I said, I do this because I love to do it. I don't do it because anything else. I don't do it because of the money. None of us do it for the money. Food, drugs, everything. But like I said, so it's nutrition, drugs, and training. I'd say nutrition's number 1, drugs is number 2, training's number 3. If you're missing one of them, you're done. Your physique's gonna go down the drain. You need to have them all, synergistically working together. Like I said, guys, this is my first episode. I'm gonna go A to Z with bodybuilding, what we do. Like I said, I bring my 6-pack bag into my car, and what I do is I just bring it in. When I'm done with my workout, I shoot my shit, I get my nutrients in, and I get home and I'm ready to eat. That's another thing. Like I said, when I wake up, I get up, I take my estrogen blocker, some of my Arimidex, which is in my drawer over here. Right when I wake up, take my Arimidex for my, gynecomastia and water retention. Keep that, you never want to get any of that. I take my growth, go eat my breakfast. After that, actually, I do take some peptides before I eat too, which I'll also be getting into. It'll be helping you guys a lot, actually. And peptides are actually 100% legal too. You can get them legal throughout the United States, so that's also good, which we love to do. Legal is good. Legal is really good. Illegal, you know what? The government has really been fucking gay about this, but hopefully they'll open up. But even the illegal, I'm going to talk about everything A to Z. So instead of bring my 6-pack bag into the gym, a lot of people do that. When you think about bodybuilding, you just think, all these people see these motivation videos of training, like, like they see Kai Green, like, training hard in the gym, and they see him, like, after eating hella steak and rice at, like, the Firehouse in Venice, but they don't know, like, what did he shoot before that meal, what did he shoot in the morning before breakfast. I'm actually, I'm going to be honest, I shoot growth in the morning, and then I shoot, some of my peptides. Then I go eat, and I come back and I shoot my insulin. Then I'll take maybe a little bit of a nap, get ready for the gym, and then I'll pack my 4 insulin syringes, and I'm going to shoot that after the gym. And it's just a lot of work that goes into bodybuilding. It's almost impossible to hold a job bodybuilding because of all the times you got to remember your supplements, even natural supplements. You got to remember to take your liver stuff. Remember to take your, because you do want to. I'm not saying safety as in health, but you do want to, be healthy. Because if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to eat. I had my liver enzymes were elevated, and I couldn't eat at all. So then that's affecting your bodybuilding. Health-wise, you're going to have to sacrifice some of your health with bodybuilding. Putting these drugs in your body, obviously not the healthiest thing in the world, but we do it because we love it. So as far as that's episode 1, guys. Keep in touch. I'm going to blow this up. I will tell you A to Z what bodybuilders do. For now, Bostin, Loyd, Big Daddy Bait, peace.